And here we are coming to you live from our top secret broadcasting bunker here at Area 52. This is Pastor Mike, and I am alive today. Glad to be back with you today. Every bone in my body hurts like crazy today. It's one of those days. I've got the heat on. I got my heating pad on. I've got my comfort jacket on. Some people would say this is their smoking jacket, but I don't smoke. So anyway, but yeah, my bones hurt today, and anyway, good to be here. I missed everybody. I missed doing this. Last Tuesday and last Thursday, I thought, man, I want to get back into this. And we had all kinds of problems with the Pastor Mike Online the week before last, especially last Thursday. We had problems with the broadcast. We had problems with internet, problems with our ability to stream out of here, and then we had problems with the recording. And I don't know what the source of it was. I don't know, technically what happened. But it's happened before. It will probably happen again. And we are trying to make some arrangements around here of doing things a little bit differently. As far as streaming is concerned, it won't affect anybody on your end. It's just something we're going to try on our end to make things better for all y'all out there. Good to be with you today. I got an email already from Ileana out in Australia, who's not really Australian. She is from South America, I think. And let me do this. I'm going to pull up some pictures. She sent Pastor Mike. That would be me. She says, hundreds of people gathered together in a circle. And I'm going to revisit some of that, because not everything that I wanted to talk about on that came out in the last Pastor Mike Online broadcast. The audio made it. Jazz rescued the audio, but not the video. And so I'm going to revisit some of that today, and we'll talk about some other things. We might even just talk about what you want to talk about. Let me give you my email address in case you don't know it for this live broadcast. The website down there, propheticresearchministry.com. Let me type this in, Pastor Mike Online at gmail.com. That is the email address if you want to write us during this live broadcast. We'd be glad to hear from you. But Ileana sent this and said, Pastor Mike, hundreds of people gathered together in a circle to wait for an extraterrestrial visit with Guru. Let me show you this name here. Let me do this. There we go. With Guru Sixto Paz. I don't have a clue what in the world that means. Commemorating the 40th anniversary of his first contact with an alien in Peru. Now, I'm assuming that this is Sixto Paz himself, standing in front of a galaxy. So here is the circle maker. They gathered, they made a big, gigantic, ginormous circle. All these people gathered out in the middle of the desert, sleeping out in tents, and they're waiting for the alien. I would love to know what geometric shape they've drawn there in that sand. I'd love to know that, because I don't see it in any of these other pictures. You see it a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. I'd like to see that picture that they drew in the sand. But anyway, Ileana sent that to me. Somebody else sent this. This is, I don't know if you've ever been here, Del Taco. Anybody ever been to Del Taco? They got them in Texas, Oklahoma, areas of the South like that. Anyway, Del Taco, it's a big taco chain, sort of like Taco Bell, I guess, maybe a little bit better, it depends. And in there, let me put it back in the bag the way it's supposed to be. So you go to Del Taco, and you order a kid's meal. And so you get the kid's meal from Del Taco, And in the kids' meal comes in a nice little bag, and you've got to see this. You open up the bag. Of course, everybody knows there's a prize in the bag. So you open up the bag, and it's got a little plastic toy in there. We're going to open that. I have not opened this up yet. Apparently, it loses its value when you open up the package. That's just what I've heard. But with this sort of thing, it's valueless without opening up the package. I have not seen what's in here yet, but I am curious because I'll show you the bag here. Here's the bag. It's the Del Taco. Let me put that up there. Elements. Let's see here. Elements. Build it the way nature does. See that? We're going to build it the way nature does. And there you see the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. That's, oh, look, it's so cute. Even a child can do witchcraft. On the side of the bag, and you know, it never dawned on me, never occurred to me, that they sent me the kids' meal with the bag and the toy without the meal. That just dawned on me. Where's my taco? Where's my burrito? Which means little donkey. Anyway, it does. Here is the side. You can do an elemental word search. Oh, isn't that interesting? And there's the words you're going to be searching for. Terra, which means earth. Glider, cycle. What else here? Terra, glider, cycle, nibbles, wind, storm, warrior, fire, elements, and sea. You can find most of these in a King James Bible. And you don't have to search too hard for them. Just use our software. But anyway, elements, on the other side, here we go. Here we go, right here. On the other side of the bag, you have the elemental maze. See if you can find and connect all of the elementals. Ooh. This, let me read this here. Travel through the maze, like the labyrinth, the prayer labyrinth. Travel through the maze and collect all 4 elements before you exit. Witchcraft. That's what it is. It's elemental witchcraft. We're going to get into that as we move along in the Watchman video broadcast. I've been working on the script for the next part of the series. This is actually something that somebody at Southwest Radio had suggested. And I thought about it, prayed about it, and I thought, you know what, it would be a good idea. It's the first real teaching that I've ever done on the use of drugs, like marijuana. Why are all these states, why are they legalizing marijuana? Why is there such a push now to legalize marijuana? And you know, here's what's funny. I am talking once again about witchcraft. I checked our internet settings before I started broadcasting. And already I am finding out that we are maxing out on our output. I'm looking at my screen, and we are already in trouble on this Pastor Mike Online live broadcast. It's just unbelievable. I don't understand what's going on. But I once again, I'm talking about witchcraft. I was talking about it the last time we had so much problems. Let me keep going here. I'm going to try to keep recording. Hopefully everything will work out. In the bag here, I'm going to use my can opener, my King James Bible can opener. I'm going to slice this bag open here. Let's take a look what's in the bag. Oh, let's see here. We've got, this, I get it. I get this. I get it. There are these little, look at here. these little circles in here that you can piece together like that, okay? You're playing with little circles, little witchcraft circles. There's a bunch of them in here. And here it is. Here's the game that you're supposed to play. You're supposed to build the warrior, the Earth Terra warrior. Let me put that up there. You're supposed to build him. You're supposed to, watch this now. You're supposed to take the pieces that are all scattered apart, and you're supposed to bring them all together like this. You're supposed to bring them all together like this, and so you can build the Terra warrior, because he's all broken in pieces. He's all come apart, and he needs mankind to piece him all back together. Then on the back, there's, guess how many packs there are? 4 packs total that you can get. Earth, air, fire, and water. Principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places, fourth kingdom, all that stuff. And once you get all of them, you have to unite them all to build a ship. I'm just amazed. Appreciate whoever sent this to me. I appreciate it. Ooh, it's got a little, ooh, looky here. I missed this. It looks like, you get like a shield with it, and it looks like a dragon shield or something like that. That just looks scary. That's scarier than Gary. But anyway, elemental witchcraft. Take your Bibles. Turn to Galatians chapter 3, if you don't mind. And if you do, well, just listen along. Galatians chapter 3. O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ have been evidently set forth crucified among you. I'm going to put all my pieces back here in the bag. That way it's worth more if I decide to sell it on eBay, which I won't. Put this away in a drawer over here. Out of sight, out of mind. But Paul was using the right words. O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you, that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ hath been evidently set forth, crucified among you. Then he uses the word witchcraft here. And he says in verse 2, this only what I learn of you, received ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith. And then over in chapter 4, he talks about verse 8. Let's pick it up in verse 8. Howbeit then, when you knew not God, you did service unto them which by nature are no gods. That's what witchcraft is. It is a service to these elements that are not really God. They are a replacement for God, but they're not really God. It's just like this guru out here in Peru gathering all these people together to meet the aliens. He thinks these people are going to be the saviors. He thinks these people are going to bring in peace and enlightenment or whatever. Witches believe that if you combine the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, that these powers are going to manifest themselves. The whole idea of witchcraft, just like we saw in that Del Taco game, witchcraft game, which, by the way, parents, I mean, if your child ends up with one of these, you know, you don't have to go bonkers. But I wouldn't let them play with it. I just would not. That would be like if we were at Walmart and they had a Ouija board set out for kids to try it out before they buy it. I would tell Caleb,